Okay, good morning and welcome to Iyun, Challah. We're analyzing Perek Beis, Mishnah Gimel, Maseches Challah. Talks about the end of Mishnah Gimel. Talks about if you're tamei and you want to take off, you want to bake bread, and you're going to mafresh challah. Now, when you're tamei and you make challah tamei, so the kohen can't eat it because just like truma is the same thing as challah. Truma has to be eaten b'tara. If the truma is tmeya, so the kohen's not allowed to eat it. You have to burn it. We're all tamei nowadays, so they're gonna have to burn it. So, according to Rabbi Akiva, so according to the Mishnah says the best idea. I don't know why we don't do this nowadays, because we're all tamei nowadays. The best idea is to don't make a whole 5/4 of a kav at the same time, which is the shir and challah, 43 and 1/5 eggs. Make a little less, and you won't be chayiv and challah because then you won't be metamei it. The Akiva says that you shouldn't do it because you're doing harama, right? You're tricking yourself, and you're not going to be able to make the bracha on challah. You're not going to be kind of mitzvah harfrashas challah. So therefore, make it in tuma and make the bracha. There is harfrashas challah b'tuma, which we do nowadays. That's practically how it's done. And you burn it, or you put it in your fridge. I don't know what women do. Put it in the fridge and they burn it or something like that. I don't know exactly. I didn't take off challah before. So it's basically how Rama. Akiva says don't do it. He says make sure you're chayiv in challah and take it off for tuma. We don't paskin like Rabbi Akiva. Now it's interesting. That's basically what we do. Like Rabbi Akiva, we do, even though we're all tamei meis, but we do it. I guess Rabbi Akiva was talking about when there was a possibility. Tanna Kama was talking when there was a possibility of doing it b'tara. But what is the machlokas between the Tanna Kama and Rabbi Akiva? We paskin like the Tanna Kama. I mentioned that the mitzvah of challah is reishis harusosechem. It's like truma. You're supposed to give it to Hashem. Really, the kohanim is shluchei derachmana. The kohanim are shluchim of Hashem. You make Hashem happy by giving it to His representatives, who are the kohanim who service Him. So, according to Rabbi Akiva, if you're going to give it b'tuma, the kohanim can't benefit from it. If you can't benefit from it, Rabbi Akiva says it doesn't make. I'm saying Rabbi Akiva says it doesn't make a difference because the mitzvah is to give it technically to Hashem. Yes, kohanim are shluchei derachmana, but Hashem doesn't care if the kohanim can eat it or not, right? Hashem doesn't care. He cares about the mitzvah of giving, of honoring Hashem when you make a nice amount of dough to give the first part of this honorary bread to God. Tanna Kama, who we hold by, says, you're right. The mitzvah, of course, is to give to Hashem. You're supposed to honor Hashem before you take for yourselves. However, in order to honor Hashem, you want to do it in a way that the kohanim could benefit, right? Hashem is happy when His representatives are happy, and if you're gonna always take off challah b'tuma, you have to do that. So what you're gonna do basically is you're gonna be giving kohanim challah, which is tmei, which they can't use. So you're defeating the whole purpose. So he says it's better not to mechay yourself in challah, and the reason being, I think, is that to make sure if you could always do it b'tuma, you wouldn't be careful if you're tamei or not. And the kohanim would lose out. So he says, no, if you're not tamei, it's a tircha, right? To make a little bit of bread and a little bit of bread. To make sure you're b'tara, Hashem wants to ensure that the kohanim have what to eat. And that is, the mitzvah of giving to Hashem is accepted. Mitzvah shlucha shalom kamoso. The kohanim are shluchim of Hashem. Hashem wants them to benefit. And that's how you're benefiting Hashem, by benefiting the kohanim. That's how we paskin. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.